Started out alive, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the sight faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing loss to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. New Zealand's vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Tracking crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Give us a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Script is how we play a game. First not to the next time, chasing fame. Put the gear behind me, changing scenes. So through the internet, living out the dream. Got my acoustic strong, curing it chill. Far cracking jokes, go stop the pearl. In the land of Kiwis, we ride the waves. Our most streams phone, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Hello, the internet. It is Saturday, the 27th of June, 2026, and welcome back to the channel. You know, a little whiles ago, I was telling you about GoPro and how they released the Mission 1 Pro, and they didn't tell us whether it fits inside of a Floaty or not. And I told you how I emailed them, and I was telling you how I was trying to get a review unit to make a review specifically for surfboarding. Surfing is the trick. That's what GoPros were invented for, right? Surfboard riding. Well, GoPro did respond to me, but not the way that I thought they would have. I didn't get an email response from GoPro about this issue. I got a message on my YouTube video. This is the video I posted a little whiles ago. GoPro's Mission 1 Pro has surfers confused. It's only a 4-minute flick, so let's take a little look at it, and then we'll talk about it, you know? Actually, before we do that, hello. Thanks for joining me on the stream. Daleskin did not wish to take the first place on Valora. That means there is still first place available. What are we talking about? We're talking about claiming first to the stream. Go to valora.tv/givesaminute, and that's how you'll find it. Claim the first place prize. It's nothing, but it could be something. Who knows? Do you know what? I might make it something. I got some ideas. I got some little ideas rolling around my noggin that we could maybe, because of my usage of AI and my dev access, maybe we could come up with something that's going to use those points to your and mine and everybody else's advantage. I've been busy on my app, by the way. I've been busy working on my app. I've actually been busy working my day job. 5 days this week, hardly anything else except work and a little bit of the World Cup, and then the rest has just been tinkling on the coding and then sleeping. I hope you're okay though. Dalsky, okay, this is weird. I keep getting switched back to ultra low latency from low. So the one down. I don't know. Anyway, this is the YouTube video I made. You were here when I made it. I shot it during a live feed. Turn that off. And where's the volume? Did that mute it hard? Did I mute it to hard that? I did. My bad. Muted tab. Unmute tab. That'll fix it. Yeah, well, you were here when I did this, so you should know how this goes, right? Hello, the internet. It is Sunday, the 21st of June, 2021. Nope, 2026. And welcome back to the channel. 2021? I want to tell you about something that's going on with GoPro, which I think is a bit of a fail. I feel like they're losing touch with the surfing community, the surfboarding community, which gave them their legs to begin with. Why do I say this? 21st of June, when did the GoPro Mission 1 come out? About 3 weeks ago now. There still isn't any confirmation whether the Mission 1 Pro and the Mission 1 Naked can fit into the Floaty. The GoPro Floaty, this device. I've got a couple of GoPros here, some Hero 13 Blacks, these guys. This is the device that you need to use if you don't want to lose your GoPro. Put this on your surfboard, maybe the legs pop off and you lose the So blah, 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 blah. You know how that goes. The point of it is they responded to this video. And I pinned it because this is important for everybody else that has the same question. GoPro said, sorry for the confusion. Floaty is not compatible with Mission 1 Pro. The website reflects this. Well, it didn't. That's my point. When the GoPro Mission 1 Pro and Mission 1 was released on the website said they were compatible. I took the screenshots. They're in this video. Let's just scroll screwskis. Yeah, look right there. Floaty, mountable floating camera accessory for Hero 13, Hero 12, and Hero 11. Compatible with Mission 1 Pro, Mission 1, Hero 13, blah, 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 blah. That's obviously not real. I mean, it's a real screenshot. It's obviously not real in the sense that GoPro changed it within a day or two. So they said for hands-free mounting with a Floaty, the Hero 13 is your best bet at this time. Well, I've already got one. I'm hoping to upgrade to the to the Mission 1 Pro specifically for the 240 4K frames per second, 240 for slowing down. So I thought, well, hang on a second. I've now got the attention of the yahoos at GoPro. Can I get them to respond? So I replied immediately and I said, is there a Floaty coming for the Mission 1 Pro 2 days ago? To which they still haven't responded. So here's my message to the GoPro crew. Appreciate you coming in on there. Don't leave us hanging. Let us know if there is a Floaty coming for the Mission 1 Pro. If not, we'll wangle it ourselves. I'll get a nail file or something, or I'll force that. I was about to swear then. I'll force that in there and let it stay in there. I won't ever take it out of there. Dalski, Valora is glitching slightly for me, so I'm on Kick. Okay. I am watching it on Valora in my monitor there, and it seems fine. But, you know, if there are issues on Valora, I'm sorry to say that. I prefer Go Amateur. You never know what's going to happen. Go Amateur. Go Amateur. What was I going to say? So, yeah, I'm thankful for GoPro jumping in. I would like to have had a response in the email format just so that you have a chain of it. But there it is. It's there. I pinned that comment so that anybody else coming to the channel or anybody else going to YouTube searching for does the GoPro Mission 1 Pro fit inside the Floaty, the answer direct from GoPro is there for you to see. If you can't handle the 4-minute content upload from a random YouTuber, you can at least scroll in the comments and pinned right there 4 days ago from GoPro. So that's just to help everybody else out. It doesn't help me because, well, I was thinking about buying some Mission 1 Pros and that drone, but Bitcoin is tanking and it's not the time to sell Bitcoin. In fact, it would be the time to buy Bitcoin. If you're thinking of it at the moment, I saw it down to 58,000 and Ethereum down to, or what does Hendrik call it? Ethereum down to 158 or 1578 to be specific. But yeah, I mean, I was hoping to yank a little of that profits and spend a little money, but that ain't going to happen. at this stage. I'm not spending any of that stuff when it's that low, right? If anything, I'm going to buy more, but I'm not doing that either. But I have been working a lot because coming up in June, July, August, in September, road tripping. We're going road tripping north, and I'll need fuel money and spending money, existing money. And so that wouldn't be advisable to take that off right now. But yeah, so I guess now Dale, let me talk directly to Dale. You're on Kick right now. Dale said he's been watching more football than he's ever watched in his life in these last couple of weeks, or a week now. I haven't been, but I have. Why's my hand up here? I don't know. Feels cozy to leave it up there though. It's kind of wedged in nicely like that. That actually feels quite relaxing. From now on, I'm just going to sit here with my arm poking out at you, and you can feel it. Like I'm feeling this position. This feels cozy. I'm over it. So I want to watch all the games as much as I can. There just isn't enough time. So I've had to chop and choose what I watch. And stop fingering me. I haven't even started yet. Ooh. Oh, I'm intrigued. I'm okay, this is interesting. Now I'm being a little. Now I've just been thrown off my train of thought. What was I going to say? Wasn't that important? No, World Cup. So yeah, I'm not really, as you know, I'm not into the football, the soccer. I'm not really into any sport. I go surfing, right? I'm surfing, and before that, skateboarding. I'm not really a sports guy at all. Every 4 years, I go absolutely nuts for the World Cup. Oh wow. Okay. I go nuts for the World Cup, and I try to watch everything if I can. Trouble is, like I said, too many games, and so what I've done is I've jumped ahead in time, and I watched the game between Paraguay and Turkey, I think it was. And that was a cracker, because that's the team that Australia played next. Australia played them yesterday and drew. And so, okay. Yeah, so I've gone ahead of time to catch up to watch those games, and then I'm going to go back and watch all the fill-in games. My schoolboy haircut needs adjusting. Yo, Dunsky, how you doing, man? Oh, he's got the kick. He's got the peeled stickers. By the way, my app is back on track. I messed the crap out of that throughout last week, and I've re-evaluated. I've taken a step back, and I've set this up to perfection. Almost. It's getting very close. This is going to be amazing. Yeah, I'm super psyched. By the way, can I show you? I'm going to cut to. Have I got my NDI stuff set up? I don't think I do. Let me just pull up my NDI source here. I'm not looking at that stuff. I'm looking at NDI. I don't think my NDI camera is set up to roll. I don't need a microphone for this, but I'm just going to pull up. It should work if I just go straight to it. NDI. Yeah, it's working. Okay, so I won't set up a microphone, but I want to tell you a story. See that image on the wall in my room there? Now I'll go closer to it, but I'll go off mic when I do this. But see that? Just I'll go and show it to you, then I'll come back and tell the story. So I'm going to talk a bit louder if I need to, but this image, it's a rather large picture frame. This is a pillow. You can see the size just in comparison. So you get a comparison of the size of that image and how thick this is. It's a big, this is my hand You know, 2 fingers. What I'm illustrating is it is a large image on my wall. And the reason I'm telling you this is because you know how I sleepwalk, right? I sleepwalk and I sleep talk. I can turn this off now. I've got a history of sleep talking and sleepwalking. Most notably, about 2 years ago, I woke up outside against the house trying to find a special brick in the wall, something weird going on there. The other night, right here, I was dreaming about something intense, and I thought something was trying to attack me from above. And so I was on my back in bed, laying like this, forcing this entity off me, and I was pushing up against the wall, and I pushed so intense and so vigorously that I pushed that whole fucking picture off the wall, and it came crashing down onto me in my sleep, and I woke up with this picture frame on me. Thankfully, it didn't break. Thankfully, it didn't like cane me in the forehead or break my nose or hit me in the eyeball or something. Like I was so out of this world. Like, by the way, I got home that night about 11 and I was in bed by about midnight, and this happened at about 1. So I was in the deepest REM sleep. So like super deep into the dreams of whatever it was. They say that happens the moment you fall asleep, you get into the deepest. Well, I know I do anyway. And so that happened there, and it just, man, I turned the light on and I was like, dude, what is going on? Like, you know me, Dale, you thought you had weird dreams. You know me, and you know the road I've traveled in the last, say, 8 or 9 months or whatever. I've gone down a pretty dark road for a while, and I've come back out of it. This might be like a hangover because I was in this dream. It's not about her, but there was, the overall thing was I'm not even going to give it the airspace, but whatever, it affected me so bad that I turned the light on. I sat there looking at the damage to the picture frame because I needed to fix a few things. And I was like, okay, man, if this is the end of this, like if this is the end cycle of that process that I'm now dreaming and like lucid dreaming, like physically involving myself in these dreams because of this, then yeah, I'm happy because that means the whole process is now coming to an end. So yeah, pretty frightening. And yeah, luckily no damage. It's a little bit warped.
What a do, everybody?
What a do, everybody? Dale Skins. Yeah, good to have you back on the Valoran Skins. By the way, okay, sorry, I'm going to have to respond to this. Wow, wow. Sorry about this. I just got to do this. I'm apologizing. I know I'm live. This has to happen. Woo! You got here first. That's working now. They've updated it. The code's working on screen. Dale was the first to the stream. That's the first time you've claimed it, even though in the chat it says 30 times. Yeah, okay, so that code must be working now. Either way, I'm pretty psyched to tell you that my code, the one that I'm making, will display all that, and I might even be able to pull in images. Okay, you got here second. Doug was the second giver to the stream. This is their first time claiming. So on screen, I know the chat says differently. It says you've done it 6 times and Dale 30 times. I'm pretty psyched and pretty quietly confident that if I do things correctly, I may be able to pull in images. So we'll be able to run, the Tooth Boy and Perfect and the Lightning Strike. I don't know, okay. The AI is very helpful, and so is the dev documents. I wasn't aware that when When a platform opens up their API to developers, they also publish a dev platform, and basically it's all the answers you need. And if you don't even know the question you got to ask, which I sometimes don't, you can just feed the documents into an AI and say, what is this page telling me? And how does it work? How does that interact? Or how does that relate to what I'm trying to create? And that tells you, hey, that's the event listener. You need to have.
I think AI is going to be very dangerous. Helpful. Interesting.
I've added some new ones to the list. If you scroll to the very bottom, man, every day I'm just finding new alerts and just dumping them in there.
It is absolutely impossible.
Exactly. Thank you, Tucker. It is absolutely impossible. That can be used at so many different intervals. It's absolutely impossible. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that out in Thankfully, that only goes for 15 seconds because that could get a little tedious, right? That's the maximum length of an audio alert for Valora.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth.
Now, of course, the national anthems should be saved for a time when that's appropriate. Let's say when America wins the World Cup. You could probably play it then. Let's say when Australia wins the World Cup. Excuse me, say that again slower and in English. Yeah, when Australia wins the entire thing, then you can play the national anthem. And I've only got Australia, America, and Canada at the moment. I couldn't find the Mexican one. I actually don't know what the Mexican anthem is. But yeah, that's intriguing. Just a couple of little added additions to the sounds. What else was I going to say? Yeah. So what I've discovered in my road to...
That would be different every day.
It would be different every day. Yeah, this is true, Hendrik. Thank you. What I've discovered in my road down, in my pathway down Developer Boulevard, I've discovered that it's extremely, and this is just for anyone that's thinking about doing anything with AI in terms of coding, it is extremely important that you give it all you've got. And that came out wrong, but I mean that you've got to tell it everything. You have to treat it like it's as dumb as you are. And that for me is exceedingly dumb, right? I'm very dumb when it comes to...
We're going to bring on the expert.
I'm an expert. I am an expert. I'm an expert at all this. Man, Keemstar has some absolute bangers. I listen to the Lolcow podcast and I keep hearing him just come out with some... I don't know if he intentionally mispronounces words, but he just gets them... Like, that's meant to be expert, right? But he says expert. Scroll down and find the one where he says... incognito mode. Play that one. There's one there, one of the more recent ones, incognito mode. You'll hear him say this word. Just trust me.
Incognito mode.
You guys did that at the same time? Now, one of you just do it so we don't get it sort of in stereo, but hit it again. Hear how he says this. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. I'm being quiet. I'm being quiet. I'm being quiet for someone to hit that. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now. Don't leave me hanging. It's like waiting for a high five. Any second.
But it's going to really just squeeze every little bit.
That's not the one I was asking for. Have I got to trigger him? I'll do it. Fuck you all. Can't get you to do anything in my chat. I'll do it. I could have just done it myself. I don't even know where it... Oh, here we go. Listen to this.
Incognito mode.
He meant that, right? He knows he said that wrong. Incognito mode. He knows he said that wrong. He knows he said that wrong.
Incognito mode.
Yeah, he did it. And there's another a rad burp here. Check this out. Check this burp out.
Incognito mode.
So forceful. His burps are just like out of this world. Yeah. All right. So I've done a few things in the back end, and hopefully once we get this chatbot all fired up and working. So I've done I don't know why, but I chose to do Blaze. I'm doing Blaze first. I'm doing Blaze. This is the integrations of platforms. I'm doing Blaze. Then I'm going to do I've done YouTube, and thanks Doug and Dale. Yeah, nice. You guys. I did Blaze, and I've done Valora, and I've done YouTube. Then I'm going to do Kick, and then I'm going to start using it. The other platforms such as Twitter and Rumble and not Twitter, Twitch and Rumble and the various streaming platforms that I do use, like I'll do Pilled properly as well. But those ones can come later because I want to get text to speech. I want to get the alerts working IRL style, and so that we can use it and go out IRL streaming. But today, we're just going to hang out here, and we got some linky poos in the house in the chat. Those were the days. Lyrics by Mary Hopkin. We got this one here. No jobs. America's job market is collapsing. Oh, shit. Heavy Metal, the lost segment that was finally recovered. Ah, shit. 2 girls, 1 plane. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm working on playing nice. We'll see if that lasts. My advice would be play dirty. No one gives a flying fuck, my advice. All right, so I'm going to go and grab myself a coffee. I did go surfboarding this morning. I went out there because it's been a while. Been a week, actually. And even though the conditions were a bit small, it was still kind of fun and clean. And I made a video, of course. Got a few good waves. See what you think. I'll be right back with the coffee. right. Got myself a coffee. Got myself my hoodie. It's getting cold back here. Got a donut as well. Am I going to eat a donut on stream? Is that what's going to happen? I'm going to eat myself a donut on stream. My sister gave me a donut that Poopsie didn't eat. I don't know about eating a donut on stream. A custard donut. It's going to get dirty. I mean, it's going to get filthy up here. I've got like all this icing sugar and stuff. Either way, yo, Hendrik, good after Nizzle. How you doing, man? Good after Nizzler. Good after Nizzler. How you doing, H-Man? Frankly, by the way, see how in the, this is just a little side note, see how in the YouTube chat, there's an @ symbol? YouTube, in the chat, on a YouTube stream, they default to having an @ symbol before the handle. Just seems crazy, like, so I got rid of it. In my chat, I got rid of it. Frankly, I find rugby more fast-paced and
That would be different every day.
that would be different every day. I find rugby more fast-paced and fun than soccer. Man, I find rugby. Okay, let's get into it. The reason you're wrong, just know that you're wrong. But the reason you're wrong, Dale, rugby and league, they're all rugby. League and union and AFL, rugby league, rugby union and AFL, the three of them, right? These sports, they rely on brutality, as you did say, right? Oh, you said more fast-paced. I put the word brutal in there. They're not so reliant on skill, as in, finessing your footwork, finessing your agility, finessing your speed. Well, speed's in there, but it's definitely more about the biggest fucker who can charge down and keep going and plow through gets through. Whereas soccer, it's like you've got to be able to charge through and maintain the ball at your feet without causing a penalty. So I find soccer way more intriguing from a viewer point, from like a nobody, just a fan, a casual viewer. I find it way more interesting because so much can go wrong given the skill level of the player. Whereas in rugby and the union and all that stuff, there's nothing that can go wrong with the player except that they can get hurt. So it becomes more about who can withstand the most amount of pain, basically. How do you get your @ symbol away? No. That's what I'm going to do with my code, Hendrik. This is a dumb move, but look at this. What a dumb decision to eat on stream. A big, whatever the hell this is, 100,000 cal. I'm only going to have a couple of bites. I mean, dude, I'm watching my figure, but that is good. What is this? Those were the days. Popping up. You've been watching with fewer ads. We quietly upgraded you to ad blocks, enhanced video blocking. You've got 3 days left before it switches back to standard blocking. Get out of there. Get out of there. Don't come up over my thing. What? I can't even end it? I can't get rid of it? That's awesome. This is the last song played on D-Live before it went offline? Really? look at this custard in here. This is really tasty, but really bad for you. Man, I'm loving it though. I did a DJ stream 9 hours. No shit. Wow. Talk about going out with a hold the phone, look in the chat. Holy shit. Hendrik saying a nice thing to Dale. Get your pencils out, get your sketchbooks, write it down, take a photo, frame this shit. Hendrik says, I have to say, Dale can pick some tunes to DJ with. Hendrik, that is incredible. We love it.
Yes.
Confirmed. Hell has frozen over. Yes.
Yes.
Nice, man. She was 17 at this point. See you, peeps. No worries, Doug. Take care. Okay. That was cool. That was cool. Mary Hopkin. Now, can I get rid of this this silly upgrade thing that's on my screen before I tell you this embarrassing story. I guess it's the ad block. Maybe that'll fix it. I just can't get rid of it. We have made up, but no kissing. The hell. Hell no, no kissing. Okay. I want that off my screen. Okay, it's nice that you've told me about the ad block. Options. Okay, well, it's given me you know what? How about this? Quit Firefox and reload it. Have you tried turning it on and off again? Not yet. I just tried that though. In the meantime, I'll tell you an embarrassing tale. So I bite my fingernails. That's right. I don't trim them. Now, did that fix it? No, still there. Awesome. So I'll have to have that up on the screen. I bite my fingernails. I don't use a clipper. I just go to town and bite them. It's worked for me. How old am I? 36. Yeah, it's worked for me for 36 years. No problems. My fingernails are nice. If you can get a focus on that. I'm quite well pedicured. Everything looks like it should be. Both hands. No dramas there. When I'm sitting down watching a movie, or in this case, the World Cup, I will bite my nails, and then instead of putting the trinkets, the little snippets on that dressing side table, bedside dresser, instead of just dumping them there, I will often put them in a vessel. And so one night, sometime last week, I didn't have anything handy, so I grabbed one of my glasses, my whiskey glasses from up here. I grabbed one of these and I just bit my nails and put them in the glass. And then I put it on the dresser. And then I went ahead and completely forgot about it. I guess a couple of days later, I was wondering, because I'm a bit of a everything in its place kind of person. I've got a space for everything. It should be in it. I'm not anal about it. I'm not pedantic about it, but I am. So the glasses don't live there. They live up in here. So there was one down there and I didn't know why. So I went and picked it up and I put it back in on the shelf. Glasses back. Fine. Last night, Baxter came down. We're watching some football here together. He was telling me his breakup story. He's gone through a breakup right now. He's getting better, but he was pretty down about it. And I decided to offer him a Jack, and he declined, so I had one. And I just poured a Jack from the leftover triple mash from last week, poured a Jack into a glass, added some coke, some ice, started drinking, watching the football, having a good old yarn, good old chat. Every now and then I was like, what's in there? And I was picking out these things. I'm like, what the hell's that? Dude, it took me about 3 pick-outs of my mouth to realize I'd poured my Jack into the same glass that I'd bitten my fingernails off and decanted into it and not cleaned them. Throughout that entire beverage, which should have been an enjoyable experience, this is a very good Jack. I didn't enjoy it at all because I was drinking my dead nails. What a dumbass. Right on. I mean, I'm not denying that's not dumb. On the one hand, I'm kind of smart for just, biting my nails and doing them quite well and not needing to go and get a full pedicure and use a little snipper and all that crap. I can just go to town and do it. I'm smart in that regard. I'm also smart in the sense that I don't just bite them and flick the nails anywhere and then vacuum it up a week later. I put them in a little spot. I'm also quite smart that I thought put them inside a little vessel. The part where I'm not smart is that I forgot that I did it. That's the part that got me. I forgot that I did both of those things. And then when I went to get a drink, I drank my own nails. It's also a kind of a returning to the earth, like the circle of life. It's my nails. I didn't swallow them, but I was eating them essentially. Hendrik, my glasses live on my head. That's why I can never find them. My glasses, A wise guy, eh? So what's this? America's job market is collapsing?
There's something strange going on with the American economy I want to show you. On one hand, the stock market is soaring. And not just stocks. Gold, bonds, GDP. The economy is booming.
Stock market has been rising. Americans have more money in stocks than ever before.
Another record high. Not bad, huh?
The stock market has gained almost $3 trillion in value since the election.
I guess this is Dale's link. Dale, how is your SpaceX stock going? Just inquiring, you know. You can respond with hex if you want. You can just say one word, hex. I'll understand the message. The message will be clear. This is Elf's link? Okay. Well, I just asked, just inquired, how is your SpaceX stock going?
What is that?
What?
What's that smell? I smell money.
So the job market must be good too, right? That's how that works, right?
And hiring has slowed.
Cut tens of thousands of jobs.
Job market.
I sold half of them and took profits. Okay. So you're not that badly down. Where do we find a chart for that? Space. Oh, I got it on my phone. Space. Actually, I can just do it on my phone. I was going to say, I don't know where to go for the charts for that, but I do have the stocks app on. Well, they force it onto your Apple phone. Can't I find it? It's in finance, I guess. Stocks's. Here we go. I'll drop my brightness down. Oh, but then you'll see my holdings. No, I'll just click on SpaceX. Ooh, all time. I mean, that ain't a great looking chart. It launched at 210 approximately, and it's now trading at about 130. No, sorry, 150. Wait, that's all-time high of about $218. No. All-time high right here, that's a wick. That's like a, what do they call that, a snap wick or something? But the all-time high was 153, and it's currently trading at about 130, 148. Launched at 150, yeah. That's a bad, like if that was over the course of 5 years, that'd be the hex chart, right? Pretty much. But for those who did buy, well done. Well done, Skins.
Nobody can find a job. This is a thing called the hiring rate. It's basically how many people as a share of the total workforce get hired every month.
Buy low, sell high. But how did you manage to do that, Dale? How did you manage to buy low at the start? Because when it launched, looking at the one, here's the weekly chart. The weekly chart tells the same story. On the day that it launched, it was already selling, right? So the time that the regular punter got in, because IPOs always go to like major investors and vested interest parties first, right? And then the public gets it. The public doesn't get it at the same price that the Yahoos get it at, basically. So on the weekly, it doesn't show any green chart. The only chart that shows green is the daily, and it's up. I mean, it's up on the daily. I got on the IPO, yeah, but what I'm saying is the IPO that it's listed at isn't the price that the public can get it at. That's the price that venture firm capitalists and all those yahoos get it. By the time it gets to the Jojo public, it's always dumped at that point. And it hasn't gone back up from there is what I'm seeing. But we can talk about that, or we could talk about the hex chart, or we could watch this video. It's up to you. It's actually up to me. It's my stream, my rules. By the way, holy shit, dudes! I got to read you this email from DLive. I got to read this, dude. I just got to see. I got to pause that. I got to bring up my mail client and read an email from DLive in regards to payment. This is, I don't know what to say about this. This is bad, right? So DLive, the chain of emails. So I'm going to get, I could probably just show this to you, although I'll just, I'll get back to that in a second. But so you remember when DLive said that you have till a certain day to withdraw your coins and you need a minimum of 4,500 coins. And so I withdrew all of mine, and then there was about a month or so where the platform still enabled donating and streaming. And so in that next gap, I earned some more lemons. Definitely not enough to the 4,500 tune. And at that same time, other streamers on the platform were pooling their resources together and all sending their money to one centralized address and then being able to cash out to the 4,500. That seemed like a great idea. If you didn't really, like if you didn't want to leave anything on DLive, that's the only way you could do it. But then don't forget, after the platform shut, DLive made a retroactive announcement saying, whatever you have, you can cash out as long as it's over 450 coins, which is next to nothing anyway. So at that point, I'd already had my main cash out in the process of being cashed out. I then went ahead and issued a second cash out to get that next balance. Now that next balance, I don't mind telling you, was only 1,365 coins. So virtually nothing. But I still went ahead and requested it. Now that request was on the 14th of May. DLive responded with, "Hi Benon, thank you for your email. We have received your information provided and confirmed that there are 1,365 coins in your account. We'll initiate the payment process on our end. Thank you very much." So that's the 14th of May. It is now the 27th of June. I've responded to that email on the 23rd of May saying, "Hi DLive, I do not see this one come through yet. Can you please escalate and provide an update once payment is made?" On the 26th of May, I followed up because no response. I said, "Hello DLive, team, anyone there? Crickets? Pineapple on pizza? Anybody?" The next day they did respond, "Hi Benon, thank you for your email. After we wind down operations, payments will be processed on a monthly basis. The May payout request will be submitted soon, so we kindly ask for your patience." To which I said, "Thank you for the follow-up." Oh no, sorry. This is now out of sync. I responded with, "This was made on the 14th of May. So they said, "Hello Benon, thank you for following up on this. I followed up with our finance team and your payment is still going through the review process. With DLive having shut down, both the application and review steps are taking longer than they normally would. We're really sorry for the wait and genuinely appreciate your patience. As soon as finance has sent the payment out, I'll be in touch to let you know." And I said, this is when I stopped being polite. I just said, "So what exactly is there to review? The coins are there, the deposit address is there, just make the transaction and be done. It's literally 2 clicks in a wallet. It's 2 clicks. They've already verified that the coins were there. They've already responded to that back in May. And that's when they said, "We completely understand your concern and we're sorry for the wait. Since DLive shut down, payments have moved to a monthly cycle and every request still needs to go through finance and an internal review before being..." We're talking about 1,365 coins here, dudes. Virtually nothing. Probably $1 worth, right? I'll probably lose that on fees. Has to go through finance and internal reviews before being released, which is unfortunately why things are taking longer than before. Thank you for bearing with us. Your payment, please don't worry, your payment will definitely be processed. We just kindly ask for your patience while it goes through the review. Thank you." I said, "I understand that. However, this was requested on the 14th of May. As confirmed by yourself, we are past the monthly cycle now. Please escalate this and be done with it." Like, what is going on? What is going on with DLive? Like, just fucking make the payment. It's right there. You have the wallet. You have the transaction. Just do it. Good luck getting the final payment. Like it even matters. You're determined German indeed. You're funny, mate. I'm only doing that because I want to get the last of my, so that'll be USDT. And one Bitcoin is as low as it is, well, 60,000 right now. I wouldn't mind buying a little more. Every little bit Every little bit helps, right? Every little bit helps. Comtech, how you doing, man? Hi, Gibbs. I'm still waiting for my D-Live payout. Oh, my goodness. Are you getting those emails as well? It's going through the finance and the review team. On the one hand, they say we've got less staff here, but we've also got a finance team and a review team. Who's doing that? I bet it's one person. I would love to go and just get a sneak peek behind the door of D-Live. I'd love to just see who that is. Who is this person that's done this to everybody for so long? There has to be a name and a face that we can put to this person. Someone, CoffeeZilla, can someone investigate what happened with D-Live? What happened to DLive.tv? And while you're there, what happened to DLive.org too, the protocol, right? And how much money did Justin Sun make from acquiring DLive.tv? Sonny Lomain. Who's Sonny Lomain? Sonny Lomain? Am I supposed to know that name? Sonny Lomain. Sonny Lomain. Who's Sonny Lomain? Just a joke? Oh, okay. It's a dish. It's a quick, saucy, savory Chinese-American stir-fry. It's a noodle dish. I need to run and hide now? Dale, come on, man. Enough with this. Enough with this banter. Either you ran D-Live, or you run D-Live, or you were running D-Live, or you run with D-Live, or you run over D-Live, or run next. Somehow there's a D in your name and it ends in live. Dale is just running. Yeah, he's running on empty. It's gone, man. It's gone. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's gone. Where did it go? Where did the hiring rate go?
Way down. The last time it was this low was for a hot second.
Suddenly I cannot hear anymore. I better get that checked out.
Pandemic. But the last time it was sustained at this level was at the low point of the global financial crisis that melted down the entire world. America is in the middle of a huge jobs crisis. If you have a job, you're probably okay, and you might not even know that anything is wrong. But if you find yourself needing to get a job, it is like the Dust Bowl out there. But remember, judging by the stock market, the economy is good. Like, let's put that chart we just looked at, hiring rate, on top of a chart of the stock market. I just put this together on the Fed website. It's nothing fancy. That bottom line is the hiring rate, and top is the stock market. It's weird, right? So what's going on here? It makes more sense if you see what happens if you actually go online and try to find a job. Imagine I'm a new graduate, or I moved cities, or I got laid off, whatever it is, something came up, I need a job. LinkedIn, what do you got for me? All right, let's try searching writer job. I'm a writer, search writer, and let's look.
There is a D, a run, and a not so live. A run DMC? What happened? Comptech wants to know with Dale. What happened to Dale? I don't know, man. He's always been that way. That's how we love him.
New York City metropolitan area. What do we got? Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Condé Nast. Writer. That's good. 95,000. That could be better. Posted 2 weeks ago. Wow. Over 100 people applied. Duolingo. Okay. That's kind of fun. $153,000 a year. That's a little low for a big tech company. Posted 2 days ago. Wow. Over 100 people applied. LinkedIn stops counting applications after 100 people for whatever reason. I guess to not discourage you. So I apply for this job. I am up against at least 100 other people and maybe a lot more than 100 people, which means my odds of getting it statistically are worse than my odds of getting into Harvard. So, okay, let's look for a lower salary. Maybe that will help cut down on this competitiveness a little bit. Games associate writer at the New York Times. Only a week ago, over 100 people applied. Okay, you know what? We're going to try...
So there's too many cunts and not enough jobs. Sorry to make it so obvious, and sorry to use lingo that might slide into the vernacular here in Australia. Too many dudes and not enough people... There's not enough jobs for them all.
Job that's a little bit more in demand. We're going to try marketing. It's not what I went to school for, but times are tough. All right, what do we got? Okay, grocery store in New Jersey, associates category manager. I don't know what that is. It doesn't list a salary. It was posted a week ago and over 100 people have a...
Dalesky, this dude is conflating writing jobs in the US. Writing is not all job openings. Yeah, that's true. He's kind of specific to the one. Yeah, you're right. What if he started looking through into different niches and different industries for sure.
Applied. Okay, Google posted 1 day ago over 100 people applied. This is a nightmare. There's nothing out there. I need to settle.
Why is he in a church, do you reckon? That's a stained glass window. They typically are found in churches. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but could be. The unemployment rate here is quite low. Okay.
A job. I'm going to search barista. I'm not too proud. The thing is,
I'm not too proud? There's nothing wrong with being a barista, dude. Seriously.
Healthcare. If nothing else.
And by the way, I've never got a job in hospitality on a website. I've just turned up to the restaurant with a resume in hand and said, I'm ready to do a trial. You door knock for these jobs. You don't apply on the,
Healthcare. I'm going to filter by medical insurance.
Manufacturing and construction are booming. Right.
Look at that.
Yeah, right on.
It cuts down from 440 results to only 18 with it. Okay, sorry guys. I didn't realize it was super greedy that I wanted health.
The search engine is always showing over 100 applicants. Maybe he's got that drop down selected. Show me only jobs with more than 100 applicants.
Care. What do we have? Barista at Joe and the Juice 6 days ago, 50 people. So yeah, like I said, brutal out there. Okay, this is the crisis. There are no jobs, very few jobs, and so many people looking for jobs, which means every listing out there gets a zillion qualified applicants. You could spend all day, every day.
Whoa. Double angle going on there. Okay. I like his camera setup. This dude is full of shit. Okay.
Firing off applications for jobs you're overqualified for and still never get an interview. And that is exactly the trap that millions of people are stuck in right now. And that number is growing every week, even though the economy is supposedly good right now. Well, we are going to get to the bottom of why this is happening.
I bet it's COVID related. Hendrik, I keep getting job offers that I simply cannot accept due to my health. Most jobs are the ones I really want. Shit, man. That's a shame, isn't it? That is, yeah, if you want to work but you can't due to your health, yeah, that's not a good position. If this guy's going to blame COVID for this, that'd be a great, I mean, not great, but that would just be perfect, right? The icing on the sugar, that'd be the icing on my donut.
Why you and so many others can't find a job. Because this turns out to be much bigger than just jobs. There is a deeper thing here that is affecting everyone, whether you're looking for a job or not, and in ways you are probably not aware of.
It's 5G, man. 5G. That's the problem here.
Reveal a lot about why our economy isn't working.
Chemtrails? Chemtrails? Too far? It's got to be something to do with chemtrails.
Hey everyone, just wanted to cut in here with a quick heads up that we actually recorded this before the Iran war melted down the global energy economy.
Tow trucks.
So if you're watching the intro.
That's the third camera angle he's got. Do we really need that many angles now? What's that thing hanging on the wall under the picture? Okay, boomer. I got an employment, got offers for others. Everyone I know has a job here. Yeah. I got a job. I'm not buying what this dude's selling. Yeah, I don't know.
Thinking, hey, it's weird he's not mentioning the Iran war. That's why. But everything that you're about to hear still applies, still true, actually even more so, because these deeper trends that we are about to explore have all been building for months or years, and the Iran stuff is just amplifying them. Okay, that's it. Now the video. This story is eventually going to tell us where this strange, quiet crisis is taking all of us, what our future looks like, and that means understanding our present. What it means to have an economy that is good and bad at the same time, right? Good in the sense of the numbers going up and bad in the sense of there being no jobs. And we're going to talk about why it has got Trump facing a borderline existential dilemma where he has to choose between jobs on the one hand or some of his highest priorities as president on the other.
I didn't say shithole, you did.
But first, we've got to answer a more pressing question. Who took the jobs away?
They're taking our jobs. They're stealing our jobs. Oh, this guy.
This is the U.S. labor market.
No, it's
Each
not.
one of these is a job, and imagine there are like 160 million cards.
No.
And this is a worker.
No.
In a healthy economy, you've always got a few empty jobs and a few.
You know what this sounds like? Sorry to do this to this guy, but it feels like he's just pulled this out of an AI script and he's animating it in real life. Yo, ChatGPT, write me an engaging script that I could act out talking about the US job market. Make sure you illustrate how I could make this very YouTuber friendly. This is beyond lame. To me, this isn't hidden at all.
People who are looking. Look at that. Another hire. But we're not in a healthy economy, right? So we're going to use all this to show why. What is it that's taking these jobs
We're not
away?
in a healthy economy, but yet you can make a video on YouTube and get paid for it. That seems pretty healthy to me. That seems like we're in a pretty damn healthy economy if you can create something from nothing in your old church and get paid for it, you know?
It's actually a few things that are all happening at once. So let's start with an obvious one. AI. Everyone is worried about AI
It's the
displacing
computers'
human
faults.
jobs. The truth is, so far,
Like the AI that you use to generate this script?
this might be more a worry than a reality, though. This is a study by the Federal Reserve looking into this, and it found that mostly companies aren't adjusting headcount for AI, which is to say cutting jobs.
There's no recession or depression here. This dumbass has no idea what a bad economy is. Yeah. Yeah.
A small proportion of service firms do say they're reducing headcount for AI, but others say they're actually increasing hiring for AI work. So it seems like AI is so far not directly displacing a ton of jobs, just a few. But let's come back to this because there is much more going on here than meets the eye. Okay, another big one. Tariffs.
I'd like to see the chart if you have it. That's tariff charged to the USA, including currency manipulation and trade barriers.
Tariffs were supposed to bring back jobs by forcing factories to relocate to America from places like China and India. Here's Howard Lutnick, the Trump official in charge of tariffs.
Remember, the army of millions and millions of human beings screwing in little screws to make iPhones, that kind of thing is going to come to America.
What tariffs actually did was force manufacturers already in America, like this TV factory, to shut down or to move their factories out of the US. According to this industry report on manufacturers leaving the US, 1 in 5 international firms has exited the country since tariffs went up, and they're taking those manufacturing jobs with them. The reason that this is happening is because any business needs to import parts and raw materials. Factories import rivets and rubber and machinery. Construction companies import lumber, tile. Even restaurants import ingredients, tomatoes. About half of US imports are just...
So what's the problem here? He's blaming this is anti-Trump, right?
the stuff that goes into American-made products. And tariffs make all of
Tariff
that more
Trump.
expensive. So American
I've heard that name
businesses that
before.
might have spent money on hiring now have to spend it on tariffs instead. Or they might even have to close, as many have, which is how you get this. Job losses in every part of the manufacturing economy. This is a big one, tariffs. It's where we start to see how these burdens on the labor market hold back everyone. All of these people who would have gotten that job in engineering or construction, except that job no longer exists because of tariffs.
I wonder if he's going to mention things like OnlyFans. Like, so many people are earning way more money than they ever have ever before due to other industries that have popped up. Is that going to get a mention here? Or is it going to just it's just going to be all doom and gloom?
Those people are competing for these remaining jobs, which means everyone else who is already looking for a job now has a harder time getting that job that might have been gettable a year ago because there's all of that new competition. Which brings me to another big culprit, mass government layoffs. Mostly from Elon Musk's Doge closing down or gutting agencies last spring.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
And then also from the government shutdown.
Did he really do that? The chainsaw for bureaucracy.
The federal government is the country's biggest employer. But in just a few months last year, that one employer dropped 271,000 jobs. That alone is equivalent to 1/10 of the losses from the entire 2008 global financial crisis. And these pushed out federal workers aren't just in DC. They're in absolutely every state. And they work in basically every white collar field, which means, again, if you're trying to get a job in counting, sales, or
This
marketing,
is obviously
or really
biased.
anything-
Should we move on? I mean, it's a long video, and it seems to be the point is made already to the point of absurdity. Let's read the comments. My biggest financial mistake wasn't college. It was actually not buying a house when I was 6 years old. Yep. Earth is a resort for a few and the rest of us just work. I got 2 ads in this video. The first ad was for Robinhood. The second was for antidepressants. You know who's getting paid? This guy. He certainly was not an economics major. Let's move on. Yeah, let's move on. Over 100 people applied, posted 35 minutes ago. Literally any ad and every job. Wow. I just want to see, where's the transcript of this? Can I not just get it all?
An office? You were suddenly...
Can I just export the whole transcript? I thought the transcript just showed the whole... Command refresh your trousers. Transcript. I was going to pump the transcript into ChatGPT and say, is this AI generated? But transcript isn't working. Not that interested anyway. What's this? The lost segment that was finally recovered. Heavy metal.
A few decades ago, a film arrived that was saturated with counterculture rebellion, raw violence, and rock music that nobody quite knew what to do with it. Then it vanished for 16 years.
Huh?
You couldn't legally buy it, rent it, or own it.
I don't know what it is.
When it finally returned, it became clear that there was not just one definitive version of heavy metal. Hidden within its history lies a labyrinth of alternative cuts, deleted segments, an entire framing story that was thrown away, and footage most people have never seen. Welcome back to Golden Flicker.
I've never seen the film. That ABC Australia link, that about fat people. I didn't see it, dude. Did I close it? I closed it down, man.
Before we venture into the green glow of the Loch Ness, I must ask, do you remember the first time you encountered this midnight movie classic?
No.
Was it an illicit bootleg tape? Did you discover it during its triumphant late 90s resurrection? Heavy metal is based...
This is one of Suki's favourite movies. I also like it. Henry's going to find that other link. I've never heard of it, dude. And I like my metal.
On a magazine from France, Metal Hurlant, which translates as Howling Metal, was founded in 1974 by 4 creators: the artist Mobius, Philippe Drouillet, writer Jean-Pierre Dionnet, and financier Bernard Farkas.
Farkas in the chat! Farkle in the chat! Bernard Farkas. Farkas!
Something adult, surreal, sexually frank, and visually astonishing. It was totally different from what we found in English-language comics at that time. The American version happened almost by accident. While publisher Leonard Mogul was in Paris, his wife found a copy. He licensed the publication and released it in 1977 under the name Heavy Metal, which originally had nothing to do with the music genre. The film came next. After the runaway success of National Lampoon's Animal House, producer Ivan Reitman got on the phone with Mogul. 1 hour later, he said, "I can get the money, let's go." Columbia Pictures signed on to distribute. To hit the deadline, the producers did something radical. They had 8 animation studios across 3 countries working at the same time, each on a different segment. That's why the film lurches between...
That's incredible for the year that they're talking about. They're working remotely on animating a film, and then they're obviously like sharing it through some central server. In what year? In the 80s? I mean, what kind of data are they sending? Or are they physically sending, like, what were those zip drives? Are they physically sending those? I can't remember the name of them now. Man, I can't imagine they were doing it across the internet machine.
Styles from one story to the next, and that inconsistency was entirely the point. The framing device nearly came from Mobius himself. The original
This was
plan
pre-internet,
was built
yeah, of
around
course.
his wordless strip Arzak. But Mobius
Yeah, but before the internet, there was still ways of sending data through the phone lines. Remember teletext? That ticker at the bottom of your screen that you could put up the weather and the stock prices?
wasn't happy with how it looked.
Like
so
a
the
fax.
team scrapped it and invented the green orb, the Loch-Nah, and the warrior Tana instead.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure because they're animating a film, so they would have had to send film stock. So it would have been a physical thing, right? I don't get it. They weren't. I don't know. I don't know how it was made.
The Harry Canyon segment is based on The Long Tomorrow, a comic by Dan O'Bannon and Mobius.
Bannon?
It was drawn while the two were stuck in Paris, working on Alejandro Jodorowsky's Dune. That single, bored in prep comic went on to become a major influence on the entire cyberpunk genre on...
Suki associates with the character Tarna. Oh, okay. Interesting. I still haven't seen Dune. I've been told I should. I'm waiting for the third one, and then I'll go back and watch like the series as well. Level 37. Oh, you're on Kick again. Is Valora not working for you, Dale?
Screen. For a film famous
Dune is
for
good.
rock,
Yeah, I've heard.
Here is the twist.
Do you know who recommended I watch Dune? Of all people, not of all people, but I phrased that completely wrong. The person who recommended I watch Dune was Dre from Tracer, and he said, "This is so you, Bannon. You will froth at this. Get in on it." And I haven't yet because I've just been busy and whatever. But and I know that there's a series, and then there's another series. There's two series, and then there's two films, and there's going to be a third film. And the third film finishes the concept, but the books go on after that. But I've heard that the books go on too far, and I've been told that if you did read them, you only need to read the books up until a certain point because then it just extrapolates it just into willy-nilliness. I read them in college. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. The Sandworms, I've heard about those guys. They sound interesting.
It runs on an orchestral score by Elmer Bernstein, conducted with
The three
Royal
books, that's
Philharmonic
right.
Orchestra.
That's what I've been told. The first three books are rad, and then it just goes on to this extended universe kind of stuff, and it gets tedious, yeah. So if I understand correctly, the third film, so if the three films, the two that are already out, the first film is kind of long and a little bit tedious because it's setting it up. Then the second film is really intriguing, and then from what I get, the second film leaves you with like, holy shit, give us the third film. Give it to us now. But that's coming later on this year. That's why I haven't watched anything, because if I'm going to watch it, I want to watch it on my own time when I'm ready.
It was also where Bernstein first used the Onde Martenot, an eerie, early electronic instrument that became his signature for decades afterward.
Rad.
In a twist of cinematic recycling,
You got that link, Hendrik? Thanks, man.
beautiful Tana's
I gotcha.
theme was not originally written for this film at all. Bernstein had actually composed it for the troubled sci-fi production Saturn III, only for it to be completely stripped out in the final edit. A chaotic behind-the-scenes story we explored deeply in our previous Saturn III video. The rock songs had their own drama. Blue Oyster Cult wrote a track called Vengeance, the
By the way, Hendrik, I'm sorry just to cut in on this. I can't play that link. The reason being, I'll bring it up and show you. Oh, fuck. Almost. You idiot. Don't know why I did that. You're kidding me. No, we're good.
A few decades.
I shouldn't have cut into this, but hold on. Where were we? Somewhere here. Fuck. I really want to watch this. Here we go. That's where we were. So, Hendrik, the reason I can't watch this link you gave me, this channel, this is, I guess, ABC Australia. This is along the same lines as that. You can't say the dwarf and stuff. Like you can't call small people dwarfs or midgets. We watched all that, and everything from that had to get erased from my channel. Everything. There was not even There wasn't even any chance to appeal it. It was like, nope, if you've played any of this content, it belongs to us, or remove it. And so I'm not touching that again. And yeah, to be fair, I think I know what the saga's going to be there. You can't call people fat. That's what it's going to be, right? So yeah, I'm just not going to entertain that, because last time my entire stream is now, if you go back and watch that stream, none of it will make sense because it's all cut out. All that had to be removed. So fuck you, ABC, for not allowing people to react. And therefore, I'm out.
Where Bernstein first used the onde martineau, an eerie, early electronic instrument that became his signature for decades afterward. In a twist of cinematic recycling, the hauntingly beautiful Tana's theme.
What's this, kick bounties? I got 500 subs on the line if you need content for the next 20 minutes. What the fuck? Download Mecha Chameleon and win. Go away. Fuck off, kid.
Was not originally written for this film at all. Bernstein had actually composed it for the troubled sci-fi production Saturn III, only for it to be completely stripped out in the final edit. A chaotic behind-the-scenes story we explored deeply in our previous Saturn III video. The rock songs had their own drama. Blue Oyster Cult wrote a track called Vengeance, the Pact, specifically for the Tana segment that was rejected for telling the story too directly. They swapped in Veterans of the Psychic Wars instead. Speaking of Tana, the flight sequence was achieved with rotoscoping, animators tracing over filmed footage of a live model. This method of production is the exact same painstaking technique heavily utilized by director Ralph Bakshi in his own features, which we broke down extensively in our The Lord of the Rings cartoon video. At the time, the technique was genuinely controversial, and traditional purists went so far as to call it artistic cheating. The production schedule for Heavy Metal was so intensely rushed that an exploding house shot stayed in, never being animated at all.
Huh?
It remains the only live-action shot in the finished film.
We had a model at the end that was this creature sticking out in the middle of the desert.
Build a large model and did line drawing on the model.
What I tried to do was have one continuous move. Every frame had to have a background painted. So the only way I could think of coming out with that was to film it in high contrast black and white and then paint as smoothly as possible backgrounds and film every one of those, one frame at a time.
Warning, Lochnar energy signatures are spiking. If you wish to survive this voyage through the darker corridors of animation history, ensure your vessel is locked into our...
I love these behind the scenes backstories. Man, it's intriguing to see how things were created, the things we take for advantage, the things we take for granted these days to I just came back from surfing with 2 cameras in the ocean, editing on a timeline, Final Cut Pro, dumping out 3 different angles from 3 different cameras all synced up. This is, I've always frothed at this.
Safely illuminate our dashboard by clicking subscribe right now or hit join to become an official Golden Flickr Fleet member for exclusive behind-the-scenes action.
No.
Now for the remarkable part. The contracts for the soundtrack only covered the theatrical release and the vinyl album. It didn't cover home video and CD. So when the home video era arrived, Heavy Metal simply could not be released.
We thought we had the rights. We were promised the rights, but it turned out the record company did not get them. We got into this very sort of uncomfortable situation where we could not release it on video for the longest time, and we've finally cleared all of it up just a few years ago.
Fans
just in time for DVD.
off late-night television, and bootleg copies passed from hand to hand. The soundtrack didn't reach CD until 1995. The film didn't get an official video release until 1996, after Kevin Eastman, who'd bought the magazine, personally settled with the music rights holders. Even then, the original album was incomplete. Songs by Devo and Black Sabbath used in the film were swapped for other tracks on the record. Two more controversies worth flagging. A boy's death scene in Tana was animated so realistically that some of the studio's colorists refused to work on it. And critically, the film has aged into a reputation for misogyny, relentless female nudity, and women treated as objects. Yet after 90 minutes of objectifying women, the film closes with a silent female warrior who needs no rescuing and saves the world. Tana. Well, in the first 5 minutes she appears, she's not wearing any clothes, and then not much more than that. Okay, better not delve into this topic.
It was, in a way, was almost the last gasp of the counterculture revolution, you know, an epitaph, if you will. One last chance to sort of revel in all that sex and gore before, you know, the lid clamped down.
And now we arrive at a point that many people don't know about. We have reached the golden flicker moment.
Hey, Hexy Mofo. How you doing, man? Heavy Metal, the great soundtrack and animation. We just tapped into that soundtrack. Yeah, man, it looks, yeah, this is all new to me. I've not seen this film. Don't know anything about it. Suki Smackhouse in our chat here. She's not here today, but she froths at this. I think this is her link too.
There are several versions of Heavy Metal bearing distinct differences. First, there is the rough cut. Officially released on home video is the film's full-length rough cut, a complete work in progress.
Oh, it's your link, Dale. Okay, cool.
It flips between black and white storyboards and rough animation. The segment order is different, and it contains the live action
saw it back in the day,
footage
Hexy?
that was
Okay.
later traced over for the final film. You can watch the real actors before they became drawings.
Right.
Almost no film of this era preserved that, let alone released it. Writer Carl Maychek recorded a full commentary walking through how it became the finished movie. Then there is the framing story that was thrown away. The version everyone knows opens with an astronaut returning to Earth, handing his young daughter a glowing orb and immediately being killed by it.
Love a good glowing
But an earlier
orb.
framing story survives in a rough, completely different form.
Early on, that one of the linking devices was a carousel. Each ride that she got on would take her to this next sequence.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Close your eyes then. Now focus sharply in your mind and make a picture of the
The Lochnar. Yeah, that's the second time someone's mentioned that. It's part of the film, right?
carousel.
As Tana is tortured in the finale, it cuts back to the girl on the carousel, reacting in pain. It was a warmer, stranger film than the cold one we got. It was scrapped, but you can still watch it. And then there's the big one. A complete segment, conceived by animator Corny Cole, was cut from the film.
No way. He was christened Corny? What did he do to his parents that they gave him that name? Corny Cole.
Time. Called Neverwhere Land, it would have sat between Captain Stern and B-17. It follows the Lochnar landing in water.
Dale, I see you keep jumping to Kick. Are you having issues on Valora, or is you just happy to be on Kick? Set to great music.
It shaped the evolution of an entire planet.
I should be called Horny Eber. Horny Eber. Issues with Valora. Interesting. Hexy, are you having any issues on Valora? Dale's having issues. I don't know what's going on. I wonder if anyone else... Is anybody else having issues on Valora?
Driving the rise of the industrial age, and finally, a world war.
All good in the hen house. Thank you, Hendrik. Valora's working for you, Hexy. Okay. And I'm not seeing any issues at my end. I don't know, Dale. I wonder if something's going on in Flowrider Town. Yeah, because it's fine here, and I see other streamers up there streaming. Your local guru, Cam's up online doing his thing. Must be on my end. Yeah, it could be.
It was fabulous. It was a really great idea. In fact, in many ways, the most far-thinking idea.
We just ran out of time, and the film was more than long enough, and just decided we'd go without that section. Looking at it again 15 years later, we looked at it and said, are we nuts? This
I
was
have had
good.
issues in the past. So Valora has been rolling out new servers. Well, there's one here in Australia, in Sydney, not far from where I am. So technically, if you're watching my stream and you're having issues, it's got to be at the relay server and not at, like, because my stream is going out to the Sydney server and then getting across the Pacific and into the Americas, and it's at that point that I think the issue might be, if there is an issue, but it seems to only be affecting Dale.
Angled. For years, no two releases matched. The 1996 US reissue added Neverwhere as an extra. The UK release dropped the 3-minute sequence.
I'm watching on both
directly
YouTube
into
and
the film.
Valora. Okay.
The Italian tape only added it to the widescreen version.
Oh, Hexy,
not the
while you're here, I saw that Matty Allen did a stream. Is that worth watching? I mean, I've kind of been, I don't know, I've kind of taken a left turn when it comes to Hex content, but I don't know, is it worth watching Matty Allen's recent stream?
And scan. For a long time, no single release contained everything. The most complete version today is the 2022 4K edition, which finally gathers the rough cut, the deleted segment, both framing stories, and a new retrospective in one place. If you're exploring the versions, that's your source. Do you agree this is the golden flicker moment? When word spread about the production's ambition, Disney hauled its original multiplane camera out of 20-year mothballs just to keep pace.
We needed voices, so sometimes I would just leave the set of stripes, bring John Candy with me.
No hair. Big.
Wow. This looked like something right out of the 10 Commandments.
Do a few more lines, then you go back to the set of stripes.
But I don't understand. We laugh together, we care for each other.
Associate producer Michael Gross landed the job by telling Reitman, "I know a lot about animation." His own words afterward were simply, "I lied." He went on to design the Ghostbusters logo. The demon is called Uluchik, which is Cthulhu spelled backwards, a nod to Lovecraft. Captain Stern was created by Bernie Wrightson, co-creator of Swamp Thing.
I did not check it out, but I'm not much into watching Maddie currently. Might check it out later. Also kind of dull in Hexland. Yeah. Not much to be spoken of, right?
Corbin, who created Den, declined to animate the segment. He supplied only a character model sheet.
Give me the girl or die.
And you can feel the distance in the final result. In 2018, Elon Musk launched a car into space with a dummy at the wheel, an image near identical to the film's opening shot.
Wow.
Despite its reputation as a flop, it wasn't one. Made for $9.3 million, it took $20.1 million. It was the disappearance, not the box office, that made it feel lost. Heavy Metal proved an audience for adult animation existed in cinemas, not just the underground. Director Tim Miller spent over a decade with David Fincher trying to reboot heavy metal itself, with names like James Cameron and Guillermo del Toro attached at various points. They couldn't sell it. In Miller's words, heavy metal gave me hope that you could find a place in animation that could tell adult stories. When the reboot died, that energy became Love, Death and Robots. The fingerprints are everywhere else too. The South Park episode Major Boobage is a direct homage, even reusing the film's music. And the production trick born of pure desperation, using multiple studios, is now standard practice across the whole industry.
Yeah.
I always say that heavy metal was the closest thing we had to a Rocky Horror Picture Show. Not in the sense that people came in costume and threw food at the screen, but in the fact that it just kept holding over for week after week after week. It was very popular on the midnight circuit, mainly because that it just wasn't available on home video.
Phelps loves this as well.
Film,
the hand-drawn animation.
From a
Yeah.
French magazine that vanished for
Yeah, I bet he
16
would.
years, still managed to shape how adult animation looks today.
It's intriguing because, like, I consider myself quite well, quite well versed with pulp culture, but I never heard of that film. Not once. Now, Two Girls, One Plane. Let's take a look at this.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Come Fly With Me Australia. This is Christy, our new syndicate member, and so excited to have her in the syndicate. We've done a few flights together now, and yeah, she's great.
Now,
fun.
this is an intriguing angle. Hot girls that are pilots. I mean, why not? You can have an angle, right? You got to have something intriguing. Hot pilots shooting content for YouTube. Here we go.
Fly with and very experienced. Thank you. I can't wait. Yay! We have just got a new addition right here, which is an Insta360. So we should get some amazing footage from the wing, which is going to be great. So
I'm now having issues on Valora. Switch to YouTube. Is that so? Spoke too soon. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So like I said, like this is intriguing. Just what? Yeah. Okay. Well, it is what it is. This chick looks like an ex-girlfriend of yours. Did you date an Aussie? Because she's definitely an Aussie, mate. She's talking like an Aussie. Did you guys see that YouTuber who faked his plane crash, in a small aircraft like this? He faked going down and he shot it all for content, and then he got it. Then he said he served time for it because it was proven to be fake. What I was alluding to is, I guess this is kind of a similar, well, not really, but you can be cute and be a pilot, I guess, you know. She's from Brizzy, is she? She's up your way, H-Man. I heard about that. Yeah, this YouTube, this content creator who flew planes for a living crashed one pretending it was fake. And it wasn't fake, it was all set up. And yeah, he went to jail for it.
we are ready to go. Wind's a bit gnarly today. Should we go have a look at the windsock? Let's go, because it's looking a bit gnarly. It said like 18 knots southerlies. So we're just going to go check it out. We've been here a little while gas bagging, so I haven't had a look at the windsock for a while. Look at all these toys.
A lot of fake crap online, yeah.
Right, here we go. Let's go see what's happening out here. Which runway they're using. I think they're using 25.
I would go for 25 from what the wind was.
Yeah, it's really like, look at that.
It's intriguing to see, like, I mean, I don't know, like go back a number of years. Imagine telling these two girls that you'd be like, you'll be able to make more money by creating videos of your flying than taking up clients. Because obviously they're pilots, right? So in the near distant future, you will make more money by putting on your gym wear and shooting a video about anything to do with flying. As long as you two are in it, you'll make more money doing that than you are actually flying these planes. And by the way, I'm not sure, but maybe they do other content for other platforms at the same time. So they create multiple pieces of content. The first piece of content is, you know, the safe one for the YouTube. And then while they're up there, they do something additional for another platform, if you feel what I'm saying, right? Hexy, she looks like a future girlfriend.
But now look at it. I'm just might get a tailwind.
Do they still use those windsocks to determine whether they should fly? Isn't it all like? Isn't it all electronic now?
We do it? Yeah. Let's go. This should be fun. Well, the problem is when the windsock's changing runway.
Dude, imagine me and her got together. Look at the size of her forehead. And now look at mine. Now look at hers. Imagine we had kids. Our kids would have no head. It'd all be forehead, hey? The whole thing would just be forehead. Look at the size of her forehead. That's an 8 head. I've got an 8 head. We'd have a 16 between the two of us. Crazy.
You can get a tailwind, which makes it harder to get it on the ground. You float more. Yeah. We'll just give it our best shot. Here's our baby. Yeah, alrighty, let's go. Just move the planes now, or he doesn't want us to because it's too heavy. Maybe that one.
That's a hot angle though, the 360 on the wing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yep, ready, good. Pull this over, just get a bit of shade to her. That's it. Okay, yeah, we'll just go check it out, hey?
Bragging about the size of your head? Okay. My forehead, dude.
A shame, but we knew the weather would be changing at 12. The thing about flying is there's always like gas bagging, right? Yeah. And you come down here and you never get in the air.
I mean, it's coming in. I don't know. Yeah, as long as you don't get that squall line up from it.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. Okay, fuel pump 2 on. Autopilot is disconnected. Flaps are up. Trim is set. 12715, 12585. Transponder 1200. Barrow. We've got to adjust that. We'll do it from here.
172 Romeo Alpha Quebec, entering and backtracking runway
Here we go.
25 for circuit.
Okay.
Redcliffe traffic.
So, traffic Redcliffe, RV12.
Imagine all these checks you had to do if, like, could you imagine if we had to do this before we drove on the roads as well? Yeah, I'm just going to go out and get some milk, and you got to like transponder into the control center and say, "Go van, CH59RQ about to depart on the marina, heading south at approximately 37 kilometers an hour. Looking like we're going to be heading towards the main shopping center where I'll be pulling in to get a bottle of milk." All clear to go. Imagine we had to do that just to go anywhere.
Yankee Echo, request radio check, traffic Redcliffe.
Hearing you 5.
Thank you, reading 5 also. Traffic Redcliffe, RV12 Mike Yankee Echo, taxiing for runway 25, traffic Redcliffe.
Redcliffe, that's yeah, I know it. I mean, Redcliffe's in Brizzy, isn't it, H-Man?
We're still on
the
25?
outer suburbs.
I think.
What's that?
I don't know, it looks like it's 07 at the moment.
I know, it does, doesn't it?
I thought I could hear music in the back there.
What's everyone landing on?
Copy, safety car to aircraft taxiing to runway 25. Are you wanting to use taxiway Delta?
To me, that looks more like 07.
Yeah, I'd go, well, as long as no one's in the circuit, but I think there is someone in the circuit.
Plane says experimental. I did see that back there. Is that a brand? Interesting. The thing that's concerning here is that, like, do they take parachutes on these small planes? I mean, there should be parachutes in every plane, but you don't get them in a 747, but they take them in these, right? Like if this thing goes down, they got to have a chute, right? By the way, if they ever do go down, we'll get 100 different angles of it. No, it means they're design features that are new. Oh, okay. Have you ever shaved your head, Gibbs? Buzzcut. Yes, I have. Many times, actually. Yeah. Yeah, as a kid, not as a kid, as a teenager skateboarding, did it just out of, not necessity, but it was just easier.
It is 25. Yeah.
Man, I'd shave my head right now, bald. If you gave me $1,000, I'd literally do it on the spot right now. $1,000, I'll shave my head bald right now. No questions asked.
This is going to be
most small planes can glide for a while, right on Comtech. Yep.
Interesting.
That's so out there. Change the direction at some point.
Sounds like mosquitoes.
What is the yellow windsock saying? Might be an interesting landing.
Do they really look at those windsocks? I thought they had all that instrumentation on their center console. I'll shave my groin bald for 69. Okay. Don't you or okay, doesn't matter.
And so good is it, Christy? No. All right, we'll do our run-ups here.
Yeah, that's a weird. You know what that probably is? That's probably a noise gate slowly ramping back up, kicking out some kind of. There must be a frequency that's the plane's making.
Those flight controls were incorrect. Fuel shutter valve push down, fuel quantity check. Yeah, we got trimmer set for takeoff, flaps are up. Test the fuel pump.
Parachutes are not required on experimentals, but mainly they're used. Okay. That's the engine noise cancelling out. That's what it is.
If we take up too much runway, we'll just do a go around. Yeah.
Red Cliff traffic, helicopter Lima Tango Juliet, lifting at helipad to parking, travelling to runway 25.
Traffic, Romeo Alpha, copy.
See, I don't want to do this because it's kind of too soon. But like, there was Oliver Tree died in a helicopter crash. 2 helicopters collided. Then there was that one a few years earlier in Brisbane where 2 helicopters collided. They've got the vision of them coming up underneath. Like with all these checks that they make and all these radio to towers and Foxtrots and Limas and all that Tango crap, how can they still have 2 planes or 2 aircraft hit each other in the sky? Like, I don't get that. I don't know. It's these incidents that are happening makes me not want to fly.
Go around runway 25. Backlight traffic.
Bummer, we got rain. Literally might get one circuit in. Annoying.
Yeah.
No one on downwind, no one on base, no one on final. What a shame about the weather. Well, at least we didn't go to Caloundra and get caught out, right?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it looks like that's heading
How can
way.
2 cars crash? Not all that different? No, not all that different, but yet different enough to be different. So like cars crash on the road usually because of poor driving or excess speed, not driving to conditions. But when you're dealing with the sky and flying, they're all doing the same thing, aren't they? Like you don't have like these guys are just going up for what sounds like a joyride. She said we're going to do one make around or something, one lap. So they're just going up for shits and giggles. So the other people that are up there doing similar are just flying same kind of shit, right? But no, they're not. They're different altitudes. Yes, no, I know what you're saying. It doesn't work because the more I think about it, the reason that doesn't work is because the sky is so massive, but driving, you're all confined to the road. So you're all on a set path. Not all, but we have roads because where we're going, we need roads. But where they're going, they don't need roads. So the whole thing is the road. So that's why it's a little bit weirder. I love flying too much. I'll risk my life for it, Hendrik. Okay. The aircraft crashed because of mechanical issues, pilot error, things like that. Yeah. They don't run out of sky, do they? It's not like there was too much congestion. But that's why the helicopters that crashed together confused the hell out of me. Like, of all the space up there, like, okay, in this most recent one in Brazil with Oliver Tree and the other crew that died, why the fuck were there 2 helicopters flying in that same airspace so close to each other? Unless that second one was part of, I mean, they might have been shooting a video or something. Unless that was part of it, there's no reason for 2 aircraft to be that close. Unless they're formation flying or something to do with like an air show or something. Was it foggy? I don't know if it was foggy. From what I could see in that clip that I saw, it didn't look foggy. It almost looked like the second chopper targeted the first one. Hexy, the systems in places are old analog equipment for the most part. Yeah, that might be true. Upgrades needed with the amount of traffic. I mean, this might sound like a dumb question, and forgive me for the arrogance or the ignorance. Are there electric planes? You know, we got electric cars, electric pickups, electric semi-trailers now, electric camper vans. Are there electric planes that don't require all this mechanical hoo-ha? You know, like we get rid of the ICE engine, the combustion engine in the cars. You don't need oils. You don't need crankshafts and Johnson rods and all that other garbage. Now can we make a plane that's lighter, quieter, doesn't need a... She had to spin the prop, right, to get it going. Electric planes are being developed. Well, dude, keep me up to speed on that. I'd love to see what the developments are with that stuff. Also, traffic controllers are overwhelmed. Right, the physical, the human element working the air traffic controls. Yeah. That was, and Hendrik, that might be it. ATC, air traffic control, was clearly responsible for the helicopter accidents. Yep. Yeah. Yes, but they've also got views, right? Like you can look at the view that they've got in there from their cabin in the front, the cockpit. And look at the view from a helicopter. They got like the whole thing, right? The big 360 view at the front kind of. The batteries are heavy though okay. Yeah, okay. Interesting.
To be honest, I'll just check bomb again.
Yeah, have a look and see how close it is to us.
Yeah, it's going to pass by us.
Yeah, it's going to pass by, so...
I mean, it should be the front of it.
Yeah,
that's going to be the worst.
Going to Morton Island.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say this. You're going to hate this. Hendrik is probably going to hate this from what he said earlier in the chat about loving flying. Okay, get ready. I'm going to go on a rant here, a little rantskis. I think what they're doing is lame. I think going up in a plane to fly around and then come back to the strip, to the runway and land again, lame. Flying in a little plane like that, so sick if you can go somewhere. Access somewhere you can't go without a plane and land that sucker, have a picnic on some remote island and then fly back. But just doing laps around the circuit for shits and giggles, boring. Am I right? Or am I right? They go up, they go around, they look down, they go, oh yeah, that was cool. They land again. To be frank, you could put a drone up and get the same view from the top, right? Still waiting for them to take off. I'm ranting and raving. She can fly me anytime, anywhere. Sure. Elon talked through an idea of making a viable electric transport plane for commercial flights. Wow, man, that's sick. Check the rest of her channel for longer trips. Okay.
I hope that thing's waterproof.
I think it is.
Traffic Redcliffe, RV12 Mike Yankee Echo, entering, backtracking and lining up on runway 25, traffic Redcliffe.
Redcliffe traffic, Cessna 172, Romeo Alpha Quebec, turning base, runway 25, touch and go. Redcliffe.
That engine noise is so trippy. That's better. It sounds like they tried to delete audio, but haven't successfully done it. My dream was to be an F-16 pilot. Didn't work out though. Okay. How's the frame rate on the props?
Beautiful. Oh, you can feel that wind.
Where's that helicopter going?
Oh, he's up there. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. Yeah, what is he doing?
I want to do an air traffic control.
Give him a bit of space. I think he's departing the circuit.
You want to be an air traffic controller, Hendrik? I mean, you could do that from a seated position, right? In theory. Probably be a pretty good job for you, dude. You got the voice for it.
I might just extend my circuit a bit just to give him a bit of space. He's just flying quite low.
I've got him sighted.
Okay.
Reckless traffic helicopter, Lima Tango Juliet, depart. Lake crosswind 25, 600 on climb, 1000 tracking Beachmere, reckless.
I don't know, dudes. I wouldn't feel that safe. Daleski, air traffic control is a very demanding job. Must be 100% alert and quick. Yeah. I think flying for any reason would be cool, but for a real adventure trip would be better. Yeah, I don't know. I think why I said that or why I went on that rant was because the danger, like the amount of danger for the payoff isn't worth it. It's kind of like, you know, when I'm on my road trips and I say to you guys, I don't want to go four-wheel driving just to take GoVan into a ditch and back out through a water crossing and up a steep hill and go around the tree and come back. I only want to do that shit if it's going to get me to a campsite that I can't otherwise access, somewhere cool that I can set up. I'm not just going to go out on a four-wheel drive track for the sake of it. To me, that feels like damaging my vehicle for no payoff. If I see a great spot that I need to put it in four-wheel drive to go climb this ridge or whatever and get up to this primo spot to stay out on, then I'll do it for sure. And that's what this is. They're just flying for the sake of it. Like, I mean, they're not even gonna, you know, they're not even gonna go and seed the clouds or drop some chemtrails or shit, you know.
Look at this cloud base. Yeah. That's why we can't go far.
Benon, the reason you're uninterested in this is similar to why most people will never learn to surf. Just not your thing. Yeah, exactly. It's just not. Yeah, right. And that's what makes the world so great, because everyone has a different thing. Yeah, for sure, dude. I appreciate that. Not everyone has the same thing. Yeah. The sobering yin of reality from Daleskins.
Traffic Redcliffe, RV12 Mike Yankee Echo, turning downwind for runway 25, traffic Redcliffe.
There's some similarities.
There's some similarities.
I landed on 25 this year. So there you go. You're great to fly with, Christy. You are so relaxed and like, you're amazing. I really enjoy flying with you.
Me too. So fun.
I don't get like
That'd be
any
me. I'd be shitting myself.
ego from you at all. You know, you're very chilled. Yeah. And you're not critical, but if you feel like you want to say something, like, you know, a few times, oh, should that be in the, you know, whatever, you're very sweet. And I don't care, I love feedback, you know.
Yeah, no, totally. You're a great pilot. I don't think...
You love flying?
Thank you.
Wait, in these kind of planes, Dale? Or in the big jumbo?
Really
like
funny when I went with Ben.
747s.
We're looking at these nice houses, and I said, oh, how the other people live.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, yeah, as you fly past in your own airplane.
Oh my gosh, that's a good point.
I almost wet myself. It was so funny.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's so true. Not many people own their own planes, right?
By the way, they're shooting on GoPros, which typically really do not. GoPros do not capture the.
Fuck me.
Yeah, GoPros do not typically show the movement as much as it is. So the rockiness in this frame here, when it got really rocky, it's probably way worse than what it looks like to us.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's so true. Not many people own their own planes, right?
It was hilarious the way he said it.
What's that? Stradbroke? Hendrik, what are we looking at there? Brisbane, mate. The Gold Coast, mate.
Oh, look, there's some rain there. Look at that, Christy. Yes. Keep an eye on that. What I might do is I'll just go there.
Echo traffic, Cessna 172, Romeo Alpha Quebec, turning base, runway 25, touch and go, Redcliffe.
So we're at 40. If we had to land, we'd be landing down there.
Yeah.
Well, no, if we could make it back. What do you reckon?
No, I'd land on the beach.
Yeah. Well, there's a good landing spot right there. We could probably land there.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy the flight.
Redcliffe, mate. Hexy says, I thought those auto gyros are cool. If your engine fails, you helicopter type prop and you can take the back down to ground. That's pretty interesting. Wow, okay. Interesting. Hendrik needs to record audio of him saying, holy snap and duck shit for an alert. Yes, he does. I got to screenshot that. So next time you call in, Hendrik, we get you saying, holy snap and duck shit. Yes, you do. Thank you, Dale. Why didn't we remember that when you called in last time?
We've got some isolated showers in front of us, so we can't fly far today. Shame, but it is what it is. We can fly again next week.
Wait. They can't fly in the rain? Why not? Why can't you fly in the rain? That's a right angle with the 360. You can pan in and get the shot you want. I bet this is copyrighted music. You get the idea. That plane is tiny. It's a small, tiny plane, right? But you can't fly these in the rain. Wow.
Because of Brisbane International Airport. Yep. I'm just telling the camera in case. Not you. You know that.
Hendrik, it's be easier for you to do it when you call in. Much easier for me.
No, I'm just telling the viewers, so they're wondering why we're flying so low. Because it's controlled airspace. Because there's an international airport just there. Oh, how nice is it to be flying again?
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
You're really addicted now, aren't you?
It's just in your blood. Once it's in there, you can't get it out.
Yes, yeah.
You can never let it go.
Look at that.
I just want to share it with everyone. I can't wait.
Yeah, good. So we'll head down here a little bit, and then we can sort of meander back there, or we could go to Lake. I think I flew you there last time, didn't I? Lake Samsonville?
Yeah, on the first flight.
Oh my gosh, so we've done. This is our third flight together. Wow.
Cool.
Right, we'll head over this way. No, that thing is waterproof, 50 metres, I think.
Planning on going in the water.
That's funny. You're funny. You're like, you didn't tell me that before. Are you planning on going in the water? It's so funny. That is funny. I'm a little bit.
It's quite smooth for all the clouds around, I think.
Yeah.
Quite surprised.
How lucky are we, Christy? Honestly, it's like, what a blessing to be able to do this, hey?
So lucky.
You can fly them in the rain? Okay, so why are they so worried about it? You flying three-dimensional? There are levels to this shit. I mean, it does look kind of relaxing, if I'm being honest. Is that
we're going back.
Is that a seat behind them? Or that's just no, it's not, is it? That's her strap connecting to the back. So there's no space back there for a third person. Hey, Koi Mia X over on Beam. How you doing, Koi Mia X? Maybe they don't have the confidence to fly in the rain. Maybe that's what it is. How you doing, Koi Mia?
Look at that weather. It's coming in. Look at it. It's moving towards the airfield, so we're going to come in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only a little shower.
I know, we should beat it, but still.
Yeah.
Wait. They're in a plane. Can't they go above the weather? Can't they go above the clouds? Or maybe not in that much too small a plane? I sometimes dream of flying. Yeah, man, the flying dreams as a human, like a Superman kind of thing. I'm doing good, just lurking. Yeah, no worries. Appreciate you.
I want to get in before that rain comes because we don't know how. Although we could actually wait for it to pass.
I mean, I don't think it's going to take long. I would wait.
Yeah?
It's up to you. Yeah.
Yeah, we may as well, as long as it's moving.
The plane had buffer that little plane around. A lot of turbulence, yeah? For sure.
We're at 1500, yeah. By the time we join, I mean, we could rush it, but we've got plenty of time. You're not in a rush.
They have been up longer.
Passing showers, and we watched it.
Forgot I had a volume dial here. They have been up longer than I thought they'd be up. You know, they have been flying longer than I thought they would. I forgot I got this. And by the way, I can just mute that. Yeah, dude. Forgot about that. I can just mute that tab like that. Easy. Easy mute, unmute. I just want to mute the musics. But you're dead right. The rain would really, or the weather.
It was a good call. Perfect. Birds here.
They can't go any higher due to the closeness of the Brisbane airport. Yeah, right.
Correction, join a left base 07, reckless.
Going to 707.
Ah, okay.
Makes sense, I guess.
I don't know. I still think it's 2.5, but we can see when we go.
Yeah. Well, let's go and head back, shall we? We've been in the rain enough.
What a fantastic flight. Thank you.
Oh, it's been
this is so much fun.
Well, I would have loved to have got birdies and walk Caloundra, but we would probably be in the rain.
Yeah, waiting it out too.
And getting stuck out. But we'll do
Yeah,
that next
wind
time. It's another
gusts.
one of those. And we couldn't go to Coralbin. We just couldn't. Too far.
With bad weather.
Nice to get back in the air. Traffic Redcliffe, RB12 Mike Yankee Echoes overhead Narangba at 1,200, that's 5 miles to the west. Inbound, expect circuit time 16, Traffic Redcliffe.
Very good.
Traffic Redcliffe, Bravo Delta Charlie's joining base for runway 07.
That could be you, Hendrik.
So he's joined the circuit.
That could be you answering that call. By the way, I'm assuming everything's recorded here, right? Like for training and coaching purposes. No, like all their communications go back to the air traffic control, and it all gets logged, right? In case something happens, they can say, well, you know, there was an incident, but these people were up flying as well, and they didn't report anything unusual in the sky or whatever. It's all none of this shit. Like the stuff we're seeing is their YouTube channel, but they also have all of their conversations documented in the flight logs, I guess.
By base, he's joined on base. Are you getting wet? Yeah. Were you freaking out? Were you like, what's going on? What the? Is the canopy not shut?
Yeah, it's logged everywhere. Audio as well, right?
We'll go back now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Planes that small have no cockpit voice recorder. No, but I was saying it doesn't get recorded at their cockpit. It gets, because she just radioed to Redcliffe, and I'm assuming they were always hearing her, right? Just because she's talking and then she says Redcliffe, they've been always hearing her. Yeah. Yeah, they recorded all. Yeah. Coinmia, I'm actually glad to see you on Beam. I followed you on Valora, but haven't been on there in a hot minute. I'm all over the place. I'm everywhere. I'm here, there, and everywhere. Right on. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some more rain systems floating around, so it's good we're just going.
Call me Koi? Okay.
It's been over an hour.
Koi it is.
Oh my gosh, it's been amazing, thank you.
Oh, it's not what we wanted, but you just got to be flexible, don't you?
That's it. And it was fun.
Traffic Redcliffe, RV12 Mike Yankee Echo, turning final for runway 07, full stop, Traffic Redcliffe.
I'd kind of rather be up there on an overcast day like that. Better for filming.
60 knots. We're coming in a bit slower, so we've got a direct crosswind of 14 knots right now, saying 18
That's
knots.
rocky as shit, dude. That is rocky. Don't forget the GoPro smooths that out.
Direct crosswind.
That is rocky as anything.
69 knots.
69!
Knots. There we go.
Perfect.
Well, it wasn't neat and tidy.
Not over yet.
It was pretty windy, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's like where you run out of rudder.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's weird how the frame rate. Yeah, man. The first time I remember seeing that was when I was a kid, and where did it come up? probably on television on like a car racing show or something. And I was like, why did the wheels go backwards? I remember someone explaining it to me. It's the camera's frame rate not matching the television's refresh rate. And I was like, bah. It's the amount of frames that the camera records versus the amount of frames your television broadcasts. And I was like, the fuck is a frame? And they're like, think about a still photo. How many of those make up a second of video? In film, it's 24 and a little. And sometimes in sports, it's 60 frames. In these days, on my new GoPros, when I get them, it'll be 240 frames. Holy shit, that's amazing. Got to do a 69. Yeah. Keep a screenshot of that too. I'll get a screenshot of that too. Hey, for Dale Skins. Yeah. It looks rad though when the prop starts moving. Hey.
Oh, it's fun. Traffic Redcliffe, RV12 Mike Yankee Echo, down and clear all runways, traffic Redcliffe. Oh, you want a bit of a challenge sometimes, right?
Check canopy latch.
And only with certain people. You know, if you're flying with someone who's never flown before, doing that kind of landing would be kind of scary. But someone like you who's so chill, it's like, just go for it. You're like, man, right? Any landing you walk away from, this is what you
The cockpit voice recorder limited to 69 minutes.
My dad is so chilled. He's like,
I think people get really like anal about it. You're like, but you're on the runway.
Yeah. Look, as long as it's safe, what's it matter? It's got to be safe.
Yeah, and that's what all the grass on the side is for, right?
I've never touched the grass before.
No, never.
But if I did, well, yeah, I've never come anywhere close. Actually, when I first landed my dad's motor glider, I did. Yeah. I couldn't see because it was a tower drag. I could not see if I was going straight. Right. So I was using my peripheral vision.
They're having a good time up there anyway, these girls.
Just like screamed at me, never again.
Now, I'm typically bad with guessing ages of women. Would it be safe to say these women are... The pilot's older, but only by maybe 3 to 4 years. And I'm putting the older one at maybe 42 and the younger one 39. Yeah? Or am I way off? 42 and 39.
Get in a high wing at a flying school, and as soon as I went to Mal, my landings were, that's that nice lady, she's good, she's a instructor.
Helicopter instructor.
Yeah, helicopter instructor.
She's a constructor?
So, as soon as I got in my own
instructor.
In the high wing, I was like, this is easy compared to Dad's plane. It's fun.
My guess, early 30s, pilot, late 30s, other chick. Yep. Okay, I went higher. I went 42 and 39. So they turned off the in-cabin audio. Oh, shit. Whoa. Dude, that got pretty close, hey? That's not me, that's them, their audio. That got so close to the Insta360. Oh yeah, you forgot that they're hot babes, hey? Until they get out of the cockpit. God bless all the angles.
Right, we're just going to refuel the plane now. We've got to keep it out of the hangar, so we're going to do it out here. So we've grounded it.
I wonder how much fuel these things take. That's 20 litres, 25 litres, right? Bring it back up.
Straight back. That's it. That's it. You're good. You're good. Yeah, we're good.
You thought your gas bill was a lot.
Yeah, plane's away.
Dude, I filled up. Oh, I'll tell you how much. I filled up yesterday, and it was cheap, man. So the war is over. The fuel prices. What did I paid? I'll tell you what I paid. It was low, and I filled it right up too, and it was super empty. $98, so just under 100. Usually it's like 140. I got to fill the login.
4, 2, right. Just looking at our flight plan here, it's really funny because we were literally doing donuts around that neighbourhood. So I'm just recording how many landings.
She is pretty, isn't she?
Well, we did it. We're back.
Gas is now $3.29 a gallon. So what is it? What is it normally though? What was gas per gallon before the war? It's a good channel. It cheers me up a lot in these times. Yeah.
Challenging conditions with the wind, and we had a bit of rain, but we made it, right? We nailed it. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, she's so sweet. Yeah, it was fun. Lots of fun. Okay, that's us just going to give the plane a quick clean. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Let's just out of curiosity, let's learn a little about the channel. 4.69 thousand subs. Come fly with me, Australia. Let's go to the channel. You have to be able to see the edge of the eyes in the back of the hands for age guesses. Okay. I'm paying $3.89 a gallon. Welcome to Come Fly With Me, Australia. Come fly with me around Australia and explore the beautiful country one outback airfield at a time. That's an interesting project. Recreational flying, often called Old Man's Club. Well, I'm here to prove that it's not. Jump on board my YouTube channel to watch my flying adventures as a female private pilot dating back to 2008 when I did my first solo right up until now where I have a share in my own aircraft. Okay, so it's like a joint thing. I hope my videos inspire you to take to the skies. Not really. And I'm scared shitless of it. Turn your dreams of flying into reality. There you go, Dale, your dreams. Anyone can learn to fly. I went from my first flying lesson to first solo flight in just 2 weeks. What? Huh? I went from my first flying lesson to my first solo flight in 2 weeks? That doesn't seem right. Joined up. Oh, dude, she's brand new. Joined up YouTube in September last year. She's already almost 5,000, because she's pretty, right? 5,000 subs. She's got an Insta. Let's take a look at the Insta, even though it doesn't work when you're not signed in, right? See, I'm not signed up. So much of the same. That's interesting. She flew from Brisbane down to Victoria, mate. Yeah, again, it's not something that you would think a channel would rate for, but fuck off. Let's go back to most popular upload. 4 months ago, 87,000 views. My friend was scared to fly. How she conquered her fear. Okay, how much does it cost to fly? You know what, dude? Hendrik, I think we might have found our next channel to engage with. Even though we've got a few more filthy travels content to get through, these guys aren't posting, you know, their last video was 6 months ago. Once we finish with Kira and Ryan, and we haven't gone back to Ghost Town Living for a while, I say we keep Come Fly With Me Australia tabbed. How many videos has she got? Quite a few. And go to the most recent. So 8 hours ago she uploaded. Oh, that is that one we just watched. Doing donuts in the rain. Going out for lunch. Okay, so, and that's 2 weeks ago. So she's pretty, but she's also pretty active on YouTube. I wonder if this is a passing fad or if this thing does pop off. And I feel like we could watch around this channel. I think it's cool. Dalskins, gas was around $2.75 before. It'll get there again by the winter. Okay. Because it feels like our prices right now are back to, if not the same, very close to what they were before the war. Most private flyers co-own their planes with others. They share flying time. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right? Why would you have that on yourself? It's like a timeshare apartment. Hey dudes, I'm gonna say ta-ta right now because I want to go and watch some football. That's right, some football of the World Cup. I can't help it. I'm so far behind and I want to keep up to speed, even though I'm not going to catch back up. By the way, is there a time, not a time difference, is there a gap between the group phase and the knockout phase? Like once the last team plays their last game in the group phase, do they say, and now there's 4 days of downtime before the knockout, or do they keep going straight into the knockout phase? Because I was hoping for a little gap there. Balls of feet. What the hell? Hey, dudes, thanks for hanging out with me on the stream for a little while. I enjoyed sitting here eating a massive donut with you and talking shit. If you've had a good time, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for being here live with me. And you can farkle in the chat. That's right. Had to farkle. Surf through the fray. That's you guys. You are the givers.
Fucking love you, bitch.
I love you, bitch. Bish. Love it. Bish. I just farted. You better get that checked out.
New Zealand's vibe, surfing waves day to night.